Hello, it's Bryan here from thegreatgordino.com, and in this video I'm taking another look at one of my quote images and the point I make in it. And for this time around, the point and the image I'm going to be looking at is this one. Now, I took that picture looking at Ailsa Craig off the west coast of Scotland, where all the curling stones come from, and that picture was taken between 9 and 10 o'clock at night. It's a lovely, clear summer's day, and I was having a great time snapping away at the sunset, soaking in the fresh summer evening air. Inspiring, as it happens. And as for the words I put over the top, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are a leader. Now, that quote was from John Quincy Adams, who is the 6th President of the United States. And in that full quote, he's talking about the leadership side of inspiring with your actions, which is great, because leaders, good leaders, do inspire. But here's the side, the angle that I'm going to focus on, is that you don't have to be a leader to inspire others. And more than that, when he's talking about inspiring others, I like to look at how the words can apply to ourselves. And that's the key for me. In the quote, Adams talks about inspiring with your actions, and it's all about the actions. Always has been, always will be. Thinking is great, talking is great, but it's action that changes things. Actions, not surprising that I call action one of the 4 magic words beginning with A. So, if we're looking at action, here's a good question to ask about Adam's quote when we look at ourselves. Are you acting at all in the first place? Now, that might sound like a silly question, because the answer is yes. We are acting. We all act, take actions all day, every day. Of course we do. But the difference is, are you acting with intention? Or are you acting as a reaction, just bumbling along with life's circumstances, the buffeting that life throws at us? If you're going to inspire yourself and move forwards towards something that means something to you, you need to be acting with intention. And what that needs is a foundation beneath you, which is a more solid foundation than a lot of people have. The people who are just bumbling along, reacting to circumstance, they don't have this foundation of intention. It's not going to get there just with hoping or imagining or wishy-washy thinking or wishy-washy wishing. It needs intention, and that's where we can move on to the dreaming part of Adams's quote. Dream more. Now, I'm not talking about dreaming wishy-washy, the vague, wouldn't it be nice, it would be great if, yeah, but it's not going to happen, just in the box marked dreams. I'm not talking about dreams like that. I'm talking about dreams that we're intending and we're going to do something about. So that means we have to have defined goals. So we take our dreams and actually define them. And that means when we start that process, we don't have to worry about what we think our limits are, because a lot of the limits that we think are limits are just imagined limits, and we've never actually tested them. So until you've tested them, don't have them as limits. So when it comes to those dreams, set those dreams as intentions, define them, and then we can move on to the next part of the process, which is all about learning. Learn more. Now, so many people, and I'm going to say too many people, don't take actions towards their goals, towards their dreams, and the reason that they give for that is, I don't know how. Well, I find that staggering. And I'm going to be honest, I've been as guilty of it as anyone else, because it's quite easy to do. Oh, I don't know how to do it, that's only for other people, it doesn't apply to me. Staggering, because unless you're the first person in the history of the world ever to want to do that goal, or to have achieved that goal, someone else will have been there before. And that means the knowledge about how they achieved that goal will be out there. And unlike in the time of John Quincy Adams, today we have the advantage of the internet, which means the ease and access and abundance of that information via the internet is what I call an abundance of opportunity. And that's, I've said before, I also find that staggering. Why would we not take advantage of that information? So once you've got the dreaming in place and set your goals with intention, you can get that learning in place. You can find out what the steps are to get towards that goal. And once you've found out how to do that, once you've done the learning, it comes back to the doing more. Because knowing how to do something, again, that's great, it's all well and good, but it's not actually going to make that thing happen unless we start doing. Do more. Do more. That's the key emphasis, because it's important that we differentiate between doing more and doing better. Because if we say do better, that implies that what we're doing currently and what we have currently and what we are currently is unacceptable. To me, that has too much of a negative connotation, and I like to look at things from the positive angle. So when we say about, if we look at it as doing more rather than doing better, doing more pushing us forwards, doing more pushing us higher, it puts us to a different level, a level that's further forwards, that is further higher. And that's going to bring the results that we want, that if we look at the actions we're taking currently, is that at a far enough level forward? Do we know that we could be doing more? Do we know that we could be acting at a higher level, that we should be acting at a higher level? If the answer to that is yes, then do more to move to that more forward level, to move to that higher level. And that's all about desire, intention, belief and the action. And if we do all that, if we put all that in place and start acting on it, then we become more. That thing that you thought, that thing you said, that thing you did, could it have been more? Should it have been more? So, when we're at that stage of becoming more, it really inspires others, because they see us doing it and they think, oh, hang on, I could be more. That might involve me dreaming more, learning more, doing more, so that I can become more. And that inspires those around us, and we all move forwards together. That is great, and in fact, it's wonderful. But remember the angle that I like to talk about, which is inspiring others is great, but inspiring ourselves. So look to your current circumstances, because your current circumstances, what you are now, what you have become, is a result of what you dreamt, what you learnt and what you did. Could you become more? Do you want to become more? And if that's the case, decide to become more, and then follow the words of John Quincy Adams. Dream more, learn more, do more, become more. Yes, that will inspire others, but it'll inspire yourself. So, I hope you enjoy that message. Let me know if you did enjoy that message. Let me know if you didn't enjoy the message. Let me know. Leave a comment below wherever you happen to be seeing this video. Pop over and see me at the blog, thegreatgordino.com. And actually, while you're there, you can get a free video series covering my 8-step goal achievement formula that I've used for over 30 years to go on some great adventures, and it goes into a bit more detail about the ideas in that short John Quincy Adams quote as well. It's a free video series and you can get that over at the blog thegreatgordino.com. Pop over and see me at Facebook. Facebook.com/thegreatgordino is my own personal profile, and then there's my page there, Facebook.com/thegreatgordino newsletter, and Facebook.com/transform your life now. So it's Gordon Bryan signing off for now. I try to dream more, I try to learn more, I try to do more in order that I can become more. Make sure you're doing the same thing too, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.